What's up, everybody? Jacob here at JK Productions, joined by Donovan, as always, on a Friday. A little bit of a different location, as you guys see. You've seen me recording here recently, but FAU Studio is still closed, so we're a little close and personal today.
Yeah, just a little close for
little too
my
close.
liking, but
yeah, a little too close.
You gotta deal with what's given to you. So
yeah, but yesterday, the reason why it's closed was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving football, for once, did not disappoint.
Ooh.
Like, I've gone my whole life watching Thanksgiving football and been so disappointed because it's the Lions every year and having to watch the Cowboys. But we had 5 teams that are in the playoffs playing as things stand, and the Detroit Lions, who themselves are a really good football team.
only 2 games out.
Only 2 games out. Or, well, 2.5 games now.
Yeah.
And let's be real, they're probably not going to go anywhere this season. However, we had 3 fantastic games. Finally, Buffalo Bills first. Why couldn't they just follow the script?
Dude, I don't know.
Why couldn't they just follow the script? Like, you guys know, we're Dolphins fans. We're Miami Dolphins fans here on JK Productions, also on Miami Dolphins Syndicate, where we'll also be recording, uploading today. Link in the bio to that. Go check out our other channel. However, we're Miami Dolphins fans. Buffalo Bills now a half game atop of the AFC East, and just so close. So close. If Jared Goff just doesn't suck and he can just put the proper amount of touch on that ball, that's a touchdown at the end of the game instead of having to kick a field goal. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna argue with you.
Why couldn't they follow the script? They're supposed to do what I want them to do.
I don't know. I also blame Jim Nance for the announcers.
There's no such thing as a commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse.
There's no such thing as a commentator's curse.
He jinxed the living hell out.
There's no such thing as a commentator's curse.
Bro, he literally went, I'm not going to jinx him. I don't believe in any of that. He hasn't missed a field goal all season, and this is a chip shot. 29-yard field goal. Wide, was it left?
Yes.
Wide left.
So you realize you were talking to a commentator and who has potentially jinxed a number of things? And remember last year I started making an effort to reverse jinx? So I started trying to prove. So one thing I was like superstitious about is unless I'm going to the game, I don't want to wear the jersey the day of the game. So let's say I'm going to, or the Dolphins are playing away, I don't want to wear a Dolphins t-shirt. I don't want to wear a Dolphins jersey. But last year I started that, and actually I started it when we started going on our win streak. So it doesn't work. Commentator's curse does not exist. What does exist is the Buffalo Bills now being 8-3, top of the AFC East. That game-winning drive. I mean, jeez, Josh Allen's got half an elbow, and he's still just. Hey Diggs, where you at? Okay, on a dime.
When it mattered too, bro. I think he was just so pissed off with himself with his last few performances that like he's like, forget the elbow, forget, but you know what I mean. And he's like
different afterward.
Yes, exactly. And he's like, let me go out there and let me show that I can still do this. I can still drive down the field with 30 seconds left. And my family was actually like surprised that he did it. I'm like, I'm not surprised. Like I was like, if you guys remember the Kansas City Bills game, what was it, 1:20 left? How many touchdowns were scored? Like, there was more touchdowns scored in the last 2 minutes of that game.
2 touchdowns and a field goal, yeah.
There was more touchdowns in that in the last 2 minutes than there were the rest of the whole quarter.
There was more touchdowns in that 13 to 50 seconds than there was in the Jets-Patriots game last week.
That's embarrassing.
It is very embarrassing. Both these teams are able to score, and that Josh Allen drive at the end of the game reminded me of when Justin Herbert had the broken ribs against the Chiefs.
Dude.
And he just roped it down the middle of the field. Absolutely put it on a pin.
Yeah, that was a great throw.
You're gonna get that when you have 2 of the top quarterbacks in the league. Buffalo Bills over the Detroit Lions, 28-25. All these were good games. Mostly the Giants and Cowboys game, like that was a little artificial. The score at the end of the game, 28-20. The Giants covered. Hey, I did come out with a video saying my top 5 bets of Thanksgiving football. I was wrong on most of them, but we're okay with that because we got a backdoor cover thanks to Daniel Jones' touchdown to who's that scrub? Richie James. Appreciate you, bro.
Honestly, people want to criticize how Daniel Jones and Dable have done, and given Daniel Jones didn't play his best, but now I mean you're without Wan'Dale Robinson. Slayton's been banged up, but he's still in there. You're also without the other wide receiver. You just traded away Kadarius Toney. Like, you have little to no weapons. You're still without Bellinger. I mean, they're not using Saquon. They're not using Saquon at all. Like people, like you.
Yep.
And it's. Oh yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later.
Come on, bro. I just traded for you in fantasy. I need you to start picking up the points.
Yeah. So trade away Eckler for Saquon.
I also got Tyreek Hill though, so
for Waddle.
So that's actually still pretty even. Tyreek's about to drop 30 tomorrow.
We'll see.
Sunday, whatever.
Anyway, I mean, I forgot what I was saying. Go ahead.
Who cares? Yeah, Cowboys. Why? Also, Pollard. Man. Use Pollard more. Like, when you see Pollard out on the field, we've had him, we've seen it from the last 3 weeks. We've seen when you play Pollard more, when you get him the ball, especially in space, and don't run him up the middle. He can run up the middle, but get the man some space. Get him in the receiving game. Get him the 21 receiving yards that I said the over on. That would be beautiful. I don't know why you're making that stupid little face over there.
It's almost like someone told you that when Zeke is, back, he's going to be the workhorse.
I mean, we'll see. This one game. So Zeke was back one game, and Pollard was. Now it's.
They said they were going to work him back. We know Jerry.
Hey,
we know Jerry Jones, bro. We know Jerry Jones.
We'll see.
Way too big of an ego.
Dak Prescott, he had his moments of both good and bad yesterday. If CeeDee Lamb isn't just an unreal wide receiver,
and remember how many
had another interception or two.
Yeah, remember how many people though criticized CeeDee Lamb at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, because he's playing with Cooper Rush.
Yeah, and look what happens when you have now Dak isn't. I already said he's better than Cooper Rush, but he's not a top 10 quarterback by any means. He's barely top 15 in my book. And you just have at least a gunslinger to you. And that's all he really needs. Someone to throw him the ball, put it in spots that he can actually go up and get it. And
I've been very critical of Daniel Jones, as many people have yelled at me about. I understand. If you gave Daniel Jones CeeDee Lamb, obviously Daniel Jones is going to look a lot better. I still think he's not that good of a quarterback. I still think he's not going to be the starter for the Giants for the future. But, obviously, if you give him a wide receiver like CeeDee Lamb, like Dak Prescott has, obviously that makes a huge difference. And that was a big difference in the game. The Giants had, one big play the entire game that's, I think, 20-plus plays. They only had that one Darius Slayton that got down to the one. At least Saquon got the touchdown there, or really be wanting to kill him. It's just the Giants' offense. It's so limited, and most of it is because of the lack of playmakers. You have Saquon, and you only give him the ball 11 times on the ground. I mean, that definitely is a big question mark. So why are you doing that?
I think it had a lot to do with Micah Parsons. You
can have somebody come in and stun on him or a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean,
terminology, but whatever.
They use a lot of
That's creepy.
That is creepy. Sorry, guys, we have the World Cup on behind us.
Kinda.
Well, kind of.
Like in the Teletubbies show.
Anyways, yeah, they weren't using Saquon nearly enough. Their tight ends, I don't even know who their tight ends outside of
Bellinger. Yeah, I don't know.
But they're still using them for receiving more than blocking, and it's weird. I mean, they were without multiple starters. Yeah. And Andrew Thomas, as Micah Parsons pointed out after the game, really could not contain Micah Parsons.
I mean, who can contain Micah Parsons, though? There's not many tackles that can contain Micah Parsons. He's one of the best edge rushers in the league, potentially defensive player. But we knew with the Cowboys-Giants, how the Giants looked last week, how they're missing so many good starters, how they're also just missing talent. This was what I expected. But then you go over to the Patriots and the Vikings game, and man, both teams did. It was a great game, but both teams did so much to try to lose it. You look at Kirk Cousins, just his little floppy arm out there. He had the one interception, could have thrown a couple more. Mac Jones, you know what? We gotta give Mac Jones credit. Mac Jones actually played very well. 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll say a very limited receiving core.
They are so bad in the red zone. It is unbearable to watch.
They still have playmakers.
Ramondre, you're not throwing any screens to Ramondre in the red zone. You're using him to block.
Yeah.
They're rushing you at that point, but you're not getting any of your quick throws. You're trying to be, a little fancy with your jet sweeps or your who was that one that they had Stevenson roll out wide, then roll out behind him, and then some other.
I don't know. I missed the first quarter or most of the first quarter because I was coming home from my grandparents yesterday. But as most of the game that I watched, it was so sloppy, and it's so weird to see a Bill Belichick coached team. The thing that lost them the game was special teams.
Dude.
I mean, you have the kickoff return for a touchdown. You have the penalty on the roughing the kicker. You have the second to last play of the game or whatever it ended up being, second, third to last play of the game, where you're taking the ball on your own 1 yard line instead of letting you dribble into the end zone. You could have given yourself more space.
Their returner got cocky, bro.
Mac then, because he felt himself after last week. Mac then gets sacked to the 2 yard line.
That was throw the ball away. Even if you take an intentional grounding at that point.
Mac had a few mental lapses. At the end of the first half, he slides instead of throws it out of bounds. He took the sack instead of chucking it out of the end zone.
Well, don't forget when Hunter Henry didn't step out of bounds.
Oh yeah, there's mental lapse and
that's
I think that comes down to
see on a Bill Belichick.
But I think that comes down to the assistant coaches. I mean, his son. A lot of reports say he's just not a good coach. You have Matt Patricia, who's coaching the offense. You have other bonehead former Joe Judge coaching the offense. So that actually kind of makes sense that you have bad coaches. They end up coaching badly. Yeah. Now, Belichick's just getting old at this point, and maybe he's lost a touch. Maybe we're looking into it too much. But the Patriots now 6-5. At least one of the AFC East teams followed the script.
Yeah,
the Vikings got back on the winning side of things, but at least the AFC East went 1 for 1. Obviously, we would have preferred the Bills to lose because of the fact that would have given us the top. No matter what, we'd be number 1 in the AFC East.
Honestly, though, this brings it to. So if any of the games really come down to, and I'm not going to count out the Patriots just yet because they do have a stellar defense. If the AFC East comes down to tiebreakers, it's going to be common games, and one of those common games is going to be Minnesota. So Dolphins lost because they didn't have Tua. They went into a shootout with the Bills, and then they just beat a close one.
Have Minnesota and the Jets played yet?
I don't think so.
So the Minnesota's 3-0 against the AFC East.
The strongest division in football.
They could easily be 0-3 if Tua plays. We probably win that game. If that center to quarterback exchange goes differently for the Bills, they lose that game. And then if the Patriots just didn't have a horrible coaching experience, they might win that game too. But the Vikings now 9-2, Patriots 6-5. We just saw, in my opinion, the best Thanksgiving slate of games I have ever seen. If you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving, also, why not know down below? I want to argue about this just for 2 seconds. Best Thanksgiving side dish. Now, obviously, we eat turkey no matter what, but we know turkey's not the best thing.
That depends. No. If you.
Oh, jeez, you had to.
My fried turkey.
How many pictures did you have to send?
My fried turkey, bro, is so good. It doesn't even taste like turkey. It literally is like. It's just a great flavor.
I understand that you probably made it as best as possible, but it's still turkey at the end of the day. But we're here to argue briefly as best side. I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I want to hear yours first. Okay.
Undoubtedly, mashed potatoes. Grandma Marcia Kelly, love you. Some bomb mashed potatoes yesterday. She also has some little diced onions on the side that I put in it, and it was even better. She did not make her baked mac and cheese. I was a little upset with that, but she did throw down. She made some mashed sweet potatoes, and it was so sweet. And usually I hate sweet potatoes,
dude,
but she made them perfectly.
So I'm gonna just go based off of yesterday. So yesterday, my favorite one was the mac and cheese, the baked mac and cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong with it, guys. The second one, I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, does appetizers count as side dishes?
Sure.
We had
depends, I guess.
We had fried pork belly. We're different. We're different.
That's white people. That's some white people Thanksgiving.
So, anyways, I'm gonna have to go below that. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the sweet potatoes, the mashed sweet potatoes, because we had the pecans on the top.
Yeah, tell me.
So good. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. But then after that, mashed potatoes were off the charts.
I was really afraid you were going to say green bean casserole.
No. So
you're going to get thrown out.
Normally we have really good what is it? It is a green. I can't think of the name right now.
Brussels sprouts?
No.
Also trash.
We cook it with
Okra?
Well, we have bacon or bacon in the.
That's not green.
We have collard greens. So we put bacon chunks, like thick bacon chunks, in the collard greens, and they're so good. And then we also do broccoli, but with this so good hollandaise sauce that we literally only make on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So good.
Okay, those are some pretty good choices. Let me know your favorite dish down in the comments below, and make sure you tell me how much you enjoy those games. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.